All right, we should be back. Yes, Andy's on the server. Perfect. I'll quickly move to full screen and show you the bracket. So Alice just beat Nika Ranger in Division 2 EU. Gonna play versus MJ in the winners finals. And now in Division 1, we're at this point where Andy's playing Bernie. Blaze already beat Locktar. BPS already beat Zep. And Speedball and Makisum are playing each other. So this is interesting because I thought for sure that Zep would win one of these maps. Like, wait, the scores are wrong here. I see that now. Fuck. Anyway, I'll fix that later on. And there you have the trailer again, because apparently it autoplays when I swap to this scene. I forgot about that. Anyway, Andy's on the server, and Bernie's on the server, and yeah. We're about to fucking go. How's everybody feeling? We hyped? We're good? We're excited? I hope. We'll just do this. Hell yeah, Micah. Hype as well. So, previously in the tournament, Andy beat Dago 3-0 to get to this point, and Bernie beat me, Pepe, 3-1. And now they're playing each other, and the winner of this will play versus Blaze, as I showed you in the bracket earlier. The loser will go down into the loser's bracket and will play versus the winner of Eku and Ehi. So there you have it. That's about all of it. Oh, okay. We're switching servers. Come down now. Wait, what? They're gone from the hub. Can't find them. Oh. Well, I mean, we found them, but they're on a server with a lot of people. Oh, okay. What about Hamburg? What about it? Switching again. It is good that this scene is so thriving in server availability. Shout out to anyone who hosts fucking servers. It is absolutely one of the most important things about the scene to be able to play on equal pings a lot of the time, because this game is very ping sensitive. I play some other games where ping really doesn't feel different. Wait, what? When you go into, for example, Apex Legends, you can play at 50 ping and it won't really it won't really feel different from that's low, so to speak. I think up at like 100 ping, people might notice that their shots are a bit, lagging behind. And it felt really, really good in reflex as well. Like if you play on fucking 50 ping in reflex, that netcode seems to be doing its job as well, because that's a similar style type of game as any Quake. And yeah, it feels good. And also Doombringer. I think Doombringer also runs a similar sort of setup where you can't really feel the big difference in ping. Das Pentagon. Well, I mean, 38-38 seems fine, really. To be honest, if both are at 38, that should be good. I can't really tell the difference on 38 versus 25. I think 12 and such, you can sort of feel it be very, very sharp, but the small jump in delay doesn't really come forward until you hit like 50 plus, at least to me. But I also could be dumb. All right, we're good to go. I'm gonna grab myself another drink. Be right back. Already running, and I didn't make it back in time, but here we are. We got Bernie versus Andy. Good LG there by Andy, picking up a 2-0. And Bravado is the first pick, so I suppose that's Bernie's choice. And he's moving quickly here to secure himself back to the red. Listening after where Bernie spawns, and yep, there he is. Through the teleporter it goes. Good shot. Andeh looking towards the high area up at GL. Meanwhile, Bernie was actually trailing back to the yellow. Good hit, but that only takes away the Mega. And a bit shaky LG from both players there, maybe some nerves. Andeh coming out on top, however, and he will secure himself another Mega and possibly red, unless... Good shots coming out from Bernie. I don't know if he knows that the red is up. Oh, well, it was. And now it isn't. It wasn't anymore. Swapping over to the LG, and there's a kill. Well played. Oh, what a beautiful rocket there on top of the LG there to cancel out any push from Andeh. Oh, careful. He takes a lot of damage there. Does hit Andeh with a rocket. Possibly dealing a bit much damage to himself there, but that's fine as of now. Bernie's down by only one frag, and there you go, evening things out. Didn't go for the yellow steel, which is uncharacteristic to say the least. Does find the Mega, however. 6-5, now 7-5. Right, the silent spawn there by Andeh, but Bernie's on top of the red. And the armors are spawning at the same time, so this is probably good as long as Andeh can take down this Mega. He'll probably be able to make a return frag here. Oh, that hit is rough, but he returns the fire with a great direct hit onto Bernie. So now we're at this point where both armors are up, and they're sort of battling it out for the red here, and Andeh chooses to backtrack to the yellow. And the Mega won't be up yet for some time, and there you go. I mean, very soon. Never mind. Great LG coming out of Andeh as expected. Does get a great hit. Oh, that rocket kills. And that could be devastating for Andeh, actually. And a nice follow-up kill as well. 9-5. Dolly Parton would be proud. Good hits from Andeh coming out, dealing a lot of damage, but Bernie's on top of the armors here. Spreading out the timing of both armors. Some good shots coming out, but the Mega isn't up yet, so Bernie might just have to stick for the red here. Unless Andeh can do something about it. Oh no, that's so close. Andeh almost got away, but he dealt a lot of damage as well, and the Mega should be up here. We'll see Andeh steal that one. Good direct hit as well. And 2 hits coming out from Bernie, and the third and the LG to finish the job, taking the lead even further here. 8 frags ahead. Bernie is pushing quite far out, even though he probably doesn't have to. Oh, the LG and the rocket miss, and it's very close here. Oh, what? No! I thought for sure Andeh would get the frag there. I can't believe it. He didn't get the frag. Bernie gets a fresh red here. And he does have a yellow, though. And the algae is good from Bernie to push Andy away. Trading rockets back and forth. The algae coming out from both players, and Bernie wins the fight. Of course, better stack. And yet again, quite the strong push on top of the Mega as well. There you go, finally gets some rockets so he doesn't have to use the S and G. Doesn't really work as well. Not enough splash damage on those. Oh, careful. Still in the lead, but both stack-wise and frag-wise. But you don't want to risk it too much. And he's getting very little done here because the spawns aren't really in Andy's favor right now. So 20 frags ahead, 15 frags ahead, 20 to 5. So we're approaching the 7-minute mark. With only 3 minutes left to go. That's a great push by Bernie. Holy shit. Nice. Spending a lot of rockets to try and hold as much space and presence as possible. That's a good shot, and the Mega is up, and an immediate small frag, and almost the second one as well. Yep, there you go. And that is rough. Andy might get the red here. He will indeed. So this could be a good opportunity for Andy to deal some damage onto Bernie, who just has yellow on so far half HP. And unfortunately, Andy... Oh, wait. He's got the high ground. Let's check out where Andy is. He's got the red. Missing out on the Mega, though. Can hear both players make some noise around the map, but it's kind of hard to decide where to push and how to go. Or where to go and how to push. Oh, not enough LG hit from Andy there, and he's going to be low on HP. He needs to really get back to the red, but he's not there in time. Bernie now on top of everything. Andy has to go for some rockets, and with that, losing the fight, losing the yellow, and no chance to go for the red. Good timing on the Mega there by Bernie. It is quite close to be one of those really, really rough games, because Andy hasn't gotten a lot of space. He's done some good damage at times, but not really getting far as of right now. It's a good hit, however, but not enough. Bernie refills the red. And a great shot there as well. I want to follow it up with on the block shot too. Red is about to spawn, and there you go. Very dominant performance here by Bernie. Quick couple of shots to finish the job there again, and wow, it is really, really rough. Just 8 seconds left. Can Andy get a constellation frag here at least? Oh, yes, he can, but it's going to be a trade. So there you have it, 39 to 5. 1-0 in favor of Bernie. Well played. He didn't really lose the control once he got it. I felt that in my core because I have experienced the same so many times. So Andy's pick now. Some good chatter from both players. Bernie got the first pick, and Andy says 3-2. Bernie instantly. That's really cursing yourself very quickly. Quick push here on DM4. Gonna be Andy's pick. Red spawn, of course, for Bernie here, and Andy now trying to figure out how to get out of there. Let's take 2 hits. And it's so close to red now. I don't know if Bernie can push this. Oh, dealing a lot of self-damage, but Andy's very low here, and there you have it. That's really enough damage dealt. So he should be able to return to red here, but he's not going to. Gets to the red in time and deals enough damage to take out Andy over at Mega. Well, that is rough for Andy. Red gonna be up soon. Bernie will avoid it or ignore it, possibly giving Andy a chance to spawn there, or himself, depending on. See what happens. Andy on top of the yellow. Does go for red. Comes out the exit, and just the one rocket. 2 pretty good hits there from Bernie, but it's not enough with no armor. Maybe he thought so. Red will be up soon, and Bernie will be below on HP, so that's a perfect opportunity for Andy to pick up the red and see where he can go this. Oh, he's going to go for the 200 even. Oh, unfortunate for Andy, he missed a couple of shots, but he had so much of a stack that it didn't really matter. And now he can back off to claim another red and jump right on up. Ooh, that is cheeky move there by Bernie. Does spawn the red, but at the wrong time, unfortunately. Some rockets being traded back and forth, but Andy's in the arguably better position here to just hold on. Does miss out on the red. Bernie doesn't really have to exit here until he hears where Andy is. So Andy will go back through the telly. Won't go for the armor just yet. And there you see Bernie shows up, gets a pretty good amount of damage in, but he doesn't have as much armor as he used to, so we'll switch over to him, and oh, he gets the frag with the rocket, and Andy returns. What a great work there by Bernie. Andy will spawn inside the armor room and will get himself an LG. Bernie can probably back up here just a bit. Just needs a bit more HP here. If he can find it. He does, but he doesn't register Andy will go back out from the armor room. So lead now for Andy, 10-7. Almost halfway through the map. The LG is good, but that's 1 HP. Oh, no. Andy spawns in the armor room again, given Bernie not a lot of leg to stand on, but damn, down to 9 HP. Is that going to be enough? Oh, it's very close. Slight mistake there by Bernie. I guess he was trying to rocket jump to get on up. Good shots coming up from Bernie. 2 good hits, but unfortunately doesn't get a really great spawn out of that. So Andeh has free access to the red here, unless... Oh, well, there you go. Oh, good shot. No! I think he hit the ledge of the little sewage drain thing. Good damage. Not enough, though. Down to 2 HP. Absolutely diabolical. Sometimes you just need the boomstick. And Andeh playing with fire here when he goes back on out. Good trap set up there, but Bernie not really caring about the fake move. Ooh. That is close. Eight to 16. 4 minutes left to go. Some good damage coming up from Bernie here. A lot of rocket dodging going on. Sending Andeh. What? That's insane. Actually, dealing damage with that grenade is perfect for Bernie there. Really, he needs to just hold on, because the 6 frags would probably not be hard to find if he just secures himself armor in a good position here. I don't think Andeh... No, he doesn't have an LG. What he does have is 100, 200, and access to the red here. Oh, but he gets a bit stuck, but that doesn't help really matter. Bernie had so little HP left. And he won't get to the red on... I won't get a red spawn, so Andeh has free access to it now, and the control is right back in his hands. A bit early shot, and deals enough damage with the LG. Great LG coming out from Andeh there. And it is very, very, very close. Andeh is low on HP a lot of the times here. Narrowly avoiding another rocket there coming out from Bernie. Great rocket coming out. Good prediction on that one. And the LG to follow it up with, guaranteeing another frag. 23 to 10. Minute and a half left. Good shots. Oh, what? No. Are you kidding me? Absolutely insane stuff going on here. The discharge into boomstick kill off the spawn is... I don't know what to call that. That's just weird. Bernie has to back off into Mega, try and find some HP. And I think it's kind of over at this point. Deals enough damage to take Bernie down to 50 HP, 50-ish HP. Taking some as well here, though. That's great, great work by Bernie. However, Andeh will find himself upon the pack and the armor now. One good hit won't be enough. The red is just too strong here. And Andeh really just chasing frags now. 30-10 is going to be the DM4 score. So it's 1-1. Next map pick will be Bernie's. It's going to be Skull. That's a good pick from Bernie. He's good at it, and I think few people play it. Play it enough, at least. So I'll see what happens. Oh, Andeh has nothing off the spawn there. And that is a rough start for Andeh. Yellow will be up in a while, but so far Andeh has found himself a rocket, and Bernie's down to 56 HP. Yeah. Gets to pick up the Mega. Damn, he is low on HP. Holy shit. 5 HP after all that. And here you have it. Andeh taking a lot of damage, though. Yellow will be up soon. I think Bernie has the time of it. And Andeh does not. Oh, landing on top of the rocket. Oops. That's a little whoopsie. And Bernie's really on top of the armors now. He's got the control. And really doesn't have to do much more than rotate the armors and pick up the odd mega here and there. Which he will do. And he finds the yellow though. Bernie now down to only 100 HP. There's a mega coming up soon as well. Oh, that is close. Andeh almost stole the red. Couldn't get out of there alive. The shots were pretty well placed, and if that rocket had hit when he was jumping down into the box, it would have been over so much sooner. However, that was not what happened. Yellow picked up here by Andeh, and the red is up yet again. Should be an easy free pickup here for Bernie, still having the mega as well. And where did Andeh go? He's got 97 cells on Skull. That is insane. I don't think I've ever seen anyone have 100 cells on Skull. Usually you shoot the weapon. Oh, Bernie pushing a bit hard. Maybe suffering the consequences of his own actions here, and he will go down. Andeh with the red now. Time to find some control frags. Getting heavily damaged though. That is rough. Does get a yellow. And the way up to the red, it goes through the airlift. It's all right, and here we go. He's got it. So back in control now for Andeh. And all he has to do is have Bernie not deal too much damage to him and pick up the yellow. What's up, Sanson? And yeah, exactly what I said is sort of what happened. That's crazy. I agree with Andeh. He just said what? And yes. What is the right word? Yellow's not up yet. There you go. Good timing on the red there by Bernie. And the timing of that rocket sends Bernie absolutely flying. Oh, unfortunate for Andy. Can't really be prepared for that rocket from above. Good shot by Bernie as well. Holding on to the items. The red and the mega as well. Does get there. However, a bit sloppy maybe. Oh, that LG from Andy is insane. Down at just 10 HP, but he won't survive the onslaught of a fresh spawn with a rocket. Some good shots from Andy coming out here. And he will finish the job he started. 17 against 8, and the GLs are really doing a lot of damage. Holy shit, but Andy will stand victorious after that battle. Unfortunate for him, though. Bernie was well prepared when he made the exit right out of the LG hatch. And Mega will be up. And it's a great push there by Bernie, really knowing when to hit. Little backstab as well, and the spawn frag on top of that. Get some of this on top of that. That's great damage done by Andy, but it's not enough. Unfortunately, he won't find the last rocket to connect. I think he could have killed, but I'm not entirely sure. Mega's up. It's already gone. Good shot. Guaranteeing himself another frag, and Bernie's pulling ahead 24-9. 4 minutes left. Oh, a little backstab there coming out from Andy. Unfortunately, he won't be prepared for the return fire. And it's good LG coming out, but it's not enough. The red hasn't spawned yet, and Bernie's down to 20 HP. Can Andy push down here? Oh, yes, he will. He does get the frag. And he does get the red. Great execution there by Andy. Yellow is up. Bernie will take it. But where did he go? Good LG coming out. Nice. Oh, the spawn frag didn't really happen. He will take some damage trying to get this red, and does get it, but at what cost? No cells left in the hands of Andy. Bernie just found the LG, and oh, some self-damage probably won't be the best at this point. Great LG to finish the job there, along with the finishing touches of a rocket. No yellow up for quite some time, and red is before, but I don't know if Bernie knows. So quite desperate here, down to 7 HP, and can he deny Andy the red is the question. Oh, not before he goes down. Oh, what? Oh, that is rough. Pushing Andy away, getting all of the items. I've always had a feeling that Skull would make a better Quake 3 map than a QuakeWorld map. Maybe because the rockets aren't as fast. I'm not sure. But it would be hard to control your what's it called? Your air control. Because Quake 3 doesn't really have that. Some good LG coming out from Andy here, taking down Bernie. Nice, but only 10 HP left, and that's the boomstick kill. Oh, with railgun? Oh, I don't know about that, man. No, let's not. Oh, what? It looked like Andeh was really pinning him with the LG there, but it didn't get as far, so. Good mega steal from Andeh, though. 13 frags to his name as he falls out the map and stays there. Good shots. 2 good rockets coming out, and the red isn't up really yet. So can Andeh actually get the red here? No, he cannot. Oh, but the push out of the map, maybe? No. It won't happen. Good shot. One direct hit. The LG won't be enough, and Andeh's down to 41 HP. Can he get there? Ah, 31 to 5. And that is another point on the board for Bernie. One more. So here you have the last scores. It was Bravado, then DM4, and then Skull. And now it's Andeh's pick again. It's going to be Airwalk. It is a solid pick. I'm not sure if... I think a better pick for Andeh would have been DM2, actually. Possibly ZTN. But DM2 is probably would have been a better pick. But here we go. Let's see what happens. Quick little three-piece jump there. Andeh taking no damage. And the first rocket to connect will hit Andeh. This red is coming up pretty soon. Some harassment damage coming out from Andeh, though. He will take some of his own and find himself yellow. Some good damage coming out from both players. Holy shit, that direct could have really... I think it really messed up Andeh, and another follow-up to that will give Bernie free access to the red here. But he doesn't have any rockets left. Finds a pack right there on top of it. Nice. Down to 11 HP, and that's going to be enough to take him out. Now who can get to the red first? It's probably going to be Andeh here. He'll be on top of it. There you have it. But the Mega is up as well. And he will be missing out. And some good hits from both players here. Andeh with the LG and Bernie with the RLs. Another great hit. Oh, another. And that's where Bernie just jumps up to the red, steals it, and deals enough damage to take out Andeh. As the Mega's about to spawn as well. Great timing on that. Well-placed rockets, but they aren't hitting. The aim is good, but the positioning of his enemy is not where he expected it to be. Still on the Mega, but the yellow only instead of the red that he stole before. And Andeh does a little fancy jump up there. And Bernie will have none of it. Oh, he does survive the 1 HP. I don't know. Andeh going aggressive here towards the LG. And gets the frag through the hole. Nice. And a Mega pickup as well. Good read on where his opponent would be. And he does pick up the red as well, along with the 170 Mega. That is perfect for Andeh now. He was ahead by just 3 frags so far. And he takes a lot of damage, and another hit Good hit coming out from Bernie. He will probably get to steal the red here. And the Mega's coming up pretty soon. I wonder if Bernie can get there on time. He can get there, but he's not going to be able to claim it. Mega is up. And another red for Andeh. As the scores haven't really moved for quite some time now, they're just restocking their inventory constantly. And Andeh goes down to 100 HP, but Bernie's even lower up there, up top. And he will die to Andeh's LG. Ooh, down to 16 HP after that. And Bernie can probably get to the red because Andeh can't find HP up here. Oh, what a trap! That's insane. Did he not hear all the grenades? Maybe not. Good shot coming up from Bernie. And a red pickup here by Andeh. Taking a lot of damage getting it, but he's still ahead on frag, so he's fine with that. And a fresh Mega pickup as well, just before the red. Good timing. And a nice little setup there by Bernie to show up, shoot the rocket when he heard the red pickup, and absolutely just annoy Andeh enough and take out as much as possible as he can of the stack without taking any damage himself. And down to 96, Andeh goes. Bernie still has some armor, but Andeh will find the next... No! He has to abandon the red because Bernie was pushing up. Yep, that is correct. But a good return rocket. What a read. Mega will be up, however, and Andeh has to stay behind. LG fight comes out down to GA, and that's going to be a frag in favor of Bernie. Can he get to the yellow on time? Oh, careful with those. Finds Andeh wielding a grenade launcher and takes him out. Ooh, very close. And a lot of self-damage being put out here by Bernie to try and catch up on frags to Andeh. Opting to go for the rocket there instead of the LG might have cost him more of the stack than it needed to. It gets the frag, however, but can he get to the yellow on time? Mega spawns, yellow is up, but Andeh steals it. Only having a grenade launcher to his name, though. Won't survive for long. A good hit from Andeh, though, in midair. The LG comes out, and it's good. Finishing touches with a rocket. The spawn on top of red is just frustrating for Bernie at this point, who's really trying to catch up, but Andeh's still ahead by one frag. Misses the first rocket, and the second one doesn't really... The LG to follow up doesn't connect at all. Some good damage coming out from both players. Just chip damage back and forth. Andeh does have the Mega to his disposal. Just before the yellow spawns, and Bernie hears that sound and gets the frag. And unfortunately, there's not a luck involved here. He does take out Andeh, however. The LG doesn't do enough there for Bernie, unfortunately, as well. So he's still behind by 2 frags. As Andeh finds the Mega and Bernie jumps over, trying to get to the LG. And taking a lot of damage. And a spawn frag as well. And at least 4 of them now. Before Bernie spawns red. And Andeh gets to escape, still having the Mega intact. And there it finally goes, and Bernie will get the frag. Doesn't have any armor to find, however, though. So Andeh will just get a return frag immediately. Good hit as well. Oh, what? That connected as well. Through the hole. And Andeh is not very high on health here, but the Mega will be up. Perfect timing on that. Giving Bernie no chance to steal any items. As the red is the next item up for grabs. Small mistake, but nothing you can't fix with another rocket jump. And Bernie has gone to hide. He has 9 frags behind. And what happened to the ping? Oh, what? Oh, Bernie's ping just jumped up to 70. They were both at 25. And for some reason, it is now very unstable. Well, is Andeh playing on land for the first time? Well, not for the first time. But, on QH LAN, he didn't play 2022 and 2024. That I know. 2017, I'm not sure. There you have it, 21-11. GG, and it's gonna be 2-2 after that, and the ping issue will have to be resolved, of course. Or it might be not worth playing. It might be hard to find a solution to a ping problem like that in a couple of minutes as well. So we'll see what happens. We will see. And what did they say? Have to fix it. Let's try another server. Okay. Maybe another server will be better for ping. Sometimes it's just a matter of routing. We'll see what happens. Well, it seems stable here on this server instead. And yes, it is indeed Bernie's last pick. Crazy rules. I know. People keep saying that. It's going to be pocket. It all depends on who wins what map. And everybody signed up for the same rules. Yeah, there was a coin toss first, and Bernie won it, so he picked the first map, and then because it's 2-2, he lost the last map. That's why, and there are no tosses. I know people have been complaining. I did last scores, but we'll do it again. It's 2-2. First map was Bravado, and then it was DM4. Then we had Skull, and then we had Airwalk. Last score is empty because we're on another server. So Andy took home DM4 and Airwalk. Bravado and Skull went to Bernie. And here we go, Pocket. Last map. 2-2 is the score. Good LG coming out from both players. Andy kind of low in HP, but he will... Oh, what? What a spawn there by Bernie. Unfortunate for Bernie missing out on the red there. And Andy does get the follow-up frag as well. Has to go back to red at some point, which will leave yellow open. Or he goes for the yellow and the red will be open. But he's moving quite quickly here. However, Bernie still keeping the yellow. Keeping himself alive, only one frag behind. Some good damage coming out. And the last finishing touch is the rocket. Oh, that is very close to Andy dying. And leaving the red open. We'll get the mega here. Unless Bernie has something to say about it, and he does. And he gets the follow-up frag as well. Denying the yellow as well. I think the mega might be up very soon. Yeah, it is in 8 seconds, but Bernie will fall to the lava there, and Andy gets the frag to follow it up with. Can he get to the mega on time as well? Well, he will see it now being up. Nice. And the yellow is up. Up for grabs here for Bernie, who will be coming from underneath, but he pushes really hard, and Andy... What? He gets pushed down into the slime lava water thing. Mega should be up soon. Right on time. Just as the red is about to spawn as well. Oh, whoops. Andy's down to 9 HP, but also he had the misfortune of only having the buckshot, but he came up on top anyway. No mega up yet. So being pushed back here into the yellow which Bernie has already taken. He doesn't... Well, whoops. Doesn't make it to the red. Both armors are up at almost the same time, and Bernie choosing to go for the yellow before, and he will get it. And he steals the red, however. And that's a kill for Andy, being one frag ahead. Oh, nope, never mind. We're tied again. Bernie gets the red steal, but Andy's down to 97 HP, and Bernie's even lower than that, 47. And he does get the frag. Now we're down to 3 HP now. And a quick rotation around yellow will give him the upper hand, and the mega possibly as well. Could be a red steal here for Andy, though. And it will be. No, it won't. Never mind. What? Confusing. Bit of a dance around here. Red is going to be up soon. I don't know if Bernie has the time to spare here. And that's going to be a steal from Andeh. He goes down, but that is a well enough steal to actually not have Bernie be as advantageous in his stack. He is 4 frags ahead, and that's not a lot. This map can really swing fast if you have the control. Red is up. Andeh's nowhere to be found. He does have the Mega, though. Reading through the setup attempt there for Andeh. Bernie deals enough damage to just throw him away. See if he gets back for the next red. He will do so, but Andeh will be able to steal it. Getting a bit pushed back there. Not really in Bernie's favor at the moment when he doesn't really know where Andeh is. I don't know if the rocket jump was necessary, but he's dealing damage. And he gets to escape and steal the red through the little hatch there. No cells left, though. The yellow will be up soon as well. Looking around for his opponent, who's over at yellow. That's a great hit, and the follow-up is good as well. Can't get to the red on time, however. What? I am so confused. Oh my god. And down to 8 HP he goes. It has been very close in damage, a lot of the fights here. Stolen red there by Andeh. Bernie has to back away. Doesn't have much ammo left at all. Gets a couple of cells, and the damage from Andeh is trying to get near, but can't really get there. And the spawn... Oh, the double spawn frag is insane. To follow it up, gets a red pickup as well. Andeh's pushing really hard now instead. Dealing loads of damage. Holy shit. Well, unfortunate for Bernie, the road into red was closed, so he will have to find another way. Oh, he gets there just on time. That is so unfortunate for Andeh. And that might have cost Bernie a bit more than he was prepared to pay. 1.5 minutes left to go. Bernie has an LG, and Andeh doesn't have the HP to actually fend him off at the red. Oh, eats a Mega, and that's so annoying. Eats a grenade, and that's so annoying. Hi, Obsessed. This map is called Pocket Infinity. It is made, by Tehase for Reflex Arena. It was ported to QuakeWorld by Fourier, and then polished by Infinity. So there you have it. And it's looking like a Bernie win here. Andeh pushing out with the LG. It's not going to be enough. Fresh red pickup here for Bernie as well, and possibly getting a Mega here as well. Unless Andy is down there and lurking. Yep, Mega was picked up. Doesn't have a yellow though. Oh, that is not great for Bernie. He's going to eat the damage. And gets a spawn frag as well. Andy now on the roll. Great follow-up as well. But he can't catch up to 9 frags here. It is just not possible. And there you have it. GG's. That is going to be it. Correct, Obsessed. We also have a... will there be a DM6? No. It is over. Bernie won 3-2. QuakeWorld does have a remake of Catalyst as well. Yes, it was also made by Fourier. And someone just tagged me in... Never mind. Yes. They'll... It's just me, like... Really? Anyway, I saw... Hey, Alice, by the way. I saw you won your game. Nice. Very well played. Getting a 3-2 victory as well. Kippo just won a beer from our bet. Wait, what? What did you do, Micah? What did you do? Oh, you bet on this game? Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Yes, we understand, Andy. You're mad at the rules. Go. Go and be mad. But it's fine. You'll be fine. The rules won't be like this for QH LAN. The rules will include tossing for QH LAN. Exactly. Rematch. I just didn't want to bother with making tossing rules because people still would be like, well, who does what now? So I just set the rules as is, and I figured the better player will win. That was the general idea of the rules being as is, because the whole system of tossing, etc., when all of the games are BO5, is just like really, really not necessary all the time. I get it, Andy. Some games will be decided on the rules because of a stronger pick, but in my, I won't say defense because I'm not defensive about it. My argument, my counter argument would be the one that has played the most maps and practiced and whatever will win those maps that they win. And of course, I know that people will have most often a map that they prefer, 1 or 2, maybe 3, but usually it stops at 2. So like a player will play like mostly DM4 and DM2, and they'll pick those every single time. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It feels like the pocket could have gone either way, really, because there were so many points on both on Airwalk when Andy was really, really low, and on pocket as well when Bernie was really low on HP, and Andy didn't have the fortunate spawns to find Bernie with a boomstick or um um basically just finding a weapon and shooting a rocket or getting some LG. Anyway, that was GG's. That was no one tried to remake DM4 with a passage from Mega to SG room. I don't think so. I don't think so. I know there were remakes, so I'll show you a remake of DM4 that was made by It was made by Dirtbox from Australia. Come on. The Plays 2020. This is the map. So he updated spawn show gone, please. All right. So he updated DM4 a bit. This room is generally unchanged. But what he did is he removed the cell pack from here. So it's there are no more cells in here, which makes this room not underpowered, but less strong than when you have a lot of cells here, right? And this is now an SG pack. It is no longer a cell pack. These are nails, no longer a cell pack. Cells are now here with 6 cells, and inside here with 12. So if you want to get the 12 cells, you have to go inside the ammo room, which makes sense, really, when you think about it. And also, there's a cell pack here. So if you want to grab cells, you have to go inside somewhere and disappear from the main part of the map where you want to hold, right? And he also made this bridge a bit wider. So you can see this is a bit wider, and this part, this entrance, is no longer as fucked by a low roof and a tight squeeze, right? So there's the mega room is unchanged. This pathway is a bit wider. So there are some changes. I know, Alice. I know some people still think there are too many cells on the map. But I did try to play this a couple of times versus Splash, and it really changes the dynamic of the map. The holes are bigger. Yes. Correct. So you have the holes being a lot bigger, so it's if you hit, you still hit, but if you miss, there's a strong chance you might get you shoot wrong. Changes aren't enough. Well, I mean, we have to remember this is a legacy map in a very, very legacy game that people still don't want to change anything, right? So small changes can be enough to change the map in such a way that it doesn't change the layout or how you play it mainly, but you have to move around to actually get to the cells instead of just standing here, basically. If you can move from here to here and grab cells all the time, it's too easy, really. But yeah. Wait, what rocket? What did I miss? Did someone clip the rocket that he shot? I can't remember now. There were a couple of good shots from both players. Andeh has a really sharp LG. And for someone that has a really good LG like Andeh, a map like Pocket is very hard to rely on LG alone because you have to find or have to go and collect the cells, right? Especially the 12-pack that is on the ledge. The rocket onto Brad when Andeh probably tried to... Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, so basically there are ways that you could actually change this map even more. You could do something like add a telly here or something like that, but I really don't think it would change... well, it would change the map too much, is what I'm trying to say. And I understand that people would be like, what the fuck is this? But this version of the map actually changes a bit, so you have to move around to get the cells. And it's a good enough change that it doesn't change. Doesn't fuck with the flow of the map. That's what Dirtbox says. No, you had a really good DM4, Bernie. I think you only lost it in the end, basically. You could have won it, but I think there's an approach that I see. Easy for me to say, I'm shit at the game, but when watching people play DM4, fuck this over. Too much noise. When watching people play DM4, if they're really, really confident in the map, they will do certain things, like very much are just standing a lot more still. They will move around a little bit and do these jumps and whatnot. But especially one thing that is like going here, dealing enough damage and recognizing that red is up and not killing the opponent is one of those things that I really recognize people being good at. They'll like do the thing when you shoot that one and then shoot a rocket after, hear the hit, and move back down. And even if that guy now has an LG, he will be here, he won't be here, so you can get out easy. One of those things. And another thing is the whole like this shit. Doing this, like knowing where to shoot rockets and how to like just fucking get damage done. It is a thing to like sort of try and practice, I think. Because these angles, people know these angles. They have muscle memory that stretches back fucking 20 years. And they know how to do this without, you know, missing a beat. Exactly, yes. I do the same. And even if... I tend to avoid shooting this. Even if this is a good spot to shoot, I usually don't. Because I don't know when to do it. And I think it's only when they're standing like here that you should aim for this. But I'm not sure. Because if they're standing here, this is not enough. If they're standing here, this is enough. But, you know, if you're aiming at this point when they're standing here, you might as well shoot here, right? Because it's more of a guarantee. I don't know, but... And nobody really explains this shit either. I've tried to ask people, and I think people just say, like, well, be more patient, don't die. And I'm like, but that's not really helpful. Don't die and don't give away frags is less of like, yeah, but what should you do when you have the opportunity to do something? If I'm spawning up here, sure, doing this shit, grabbing the GA, dancing in the fucking teleporter, going here, shooting him with a boomstick, going here, boomstick again, just to throw him off is less helpful than like, okay, but if you do spawn here and the guy is in here, should I go for the tele or should I just stick around? Because if I go here, he rocket jumps up and I'm dead and I have done nothing. Is it better for me to, like, if I know he's here, I spawn there, do I just wait here? Or do I, like, if I spawn here and he doesn't shoot my way, or I just do this, and do I go around and do whatever? I don't know. And you have to, like, sort of watch people do this shit all the time and see what they do, and I don't know. It's really hard to decode some decision making. But yeah, anyway, that was it. Well played, Bernie. You got it. Exactly. Yeah. Locust knows fucking DM4 like one of the best. And it's all very situational. I think the hard part is learning what is when. Like what works when you have this or that. Because in some areas there are things that you might want to do. So I'll tell you one thing about like DM2. Also, like, very situational map. Should you go for an attack at backroom or not? Should you try and do some chip damage, or should you do like full commit? Because I see people do the full commit all the time when they push the button, jump around, and shoot a rocket, and they just sort of pray they hit this rocket when they jump around the corner. But is that the move that you should be doing? Or would it be easier to try and do something else? Like, a lot of people use distractions. Like, BPS plays that way, where he'll try and make distraction sounds to, like, fuck with your head. It's very hard to give tips on DM4 in general, because it's pretty much all situational. Yeah. And I guess that's why it's a very hard map to learn. Like, it's frustrating and it's hard to learn the map. And I think if you feel very helpless playing one of those maps, Like ZTN is the same. I think it's hard to learn, and it's really hard to practice because you do not find any benefit. Like, you can spawn 50 times on this map and just die, and you have learned nothing. Absolutely nothing. Spawn here, I die. I didn't learn a single thing from that. And it happens 50 times across maybe 5 games where you just spawn and die, and you're like, did I do something wrong? And if you start second guessing your own decisions that way, it's like, no, it's mainly part of the game that you will die. So I think the sort of like the common feedback that is like, well, don't die, is like, well, you're telling me to avoid the thing that the map is presenting as the only option. Yeah, Berezi. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. ZTN is more about where to not die. Absolutely. Fucking lootly. That is correct for Airwalk as well. Never die in Big Room. Try to die in SSG or top telly, which limit the amount of spawn frags and makes him out of position. Yeah. For sure. That is a helpful tip. But I think there's not like presented enough material or those kinds of words in a place where people can find and enjoy them. The same with like every guide for 4-on-4. I know Yeti has made YouTube videos like recently for Schloss and for new players in NA, which is amazing. But why did DM3 has been around for ages, and some people have made videos, but there are like the material is not great, is not presented in a good enough way, I feel. Yeah, Big and Arrow, same thing, never died. Yeah. For sure. Same on Bravado, never die mid. Yep, absolutely. I recognize those moments when I get a kill in or around Mega, like on this part or like up here. If you kill someone at the telly here, you're like, oh shit, I'm struggling to catch up. But if you kill someone like on this ledge or, you know, around here, like shafting them up, you're like, oh, I have all these options available to me. That is insane. So you could argue it's a flaw in the design of the map. Hehehe. But on DM4, you need to be able to just be in top telly or SSG for minutes. Yeah. I guess that goes for a lot of the maps as well. Like, if you can, like... I don't know if this is true, but I tend to lose a lot of... most of the games I play. And I think the frustration from losing is not relevant here. But sort of the, like... the feeling of, like, I am not doing anything, I think hits a lot of players. Because they feel like doing nothing is useless, or more useless than wasting your opponent's time, sort of. Because if you can get your opponent to crack first, you've sort of won a part of the mental game. I'm not sure. I don't know. But that's sort of a takeaway from what people have been saying about not dying. Exactly. It means not dying, and that is better than dying 5 times in a row and giving spawn frags away. I agree, Bernie. I totally agree. I also feel like DM4 has one way to play the map, and it can really depend on the strength of your LG and the spawns that you get. We saw. I mean, we've seen plenty of games played on DM4 that are very, very much decided the first minutes because someone spawns red. So the spawn on top of red makes very little sense when all the other spawns have such a long way to go to find anything of similar firepower. They try to make plays, jump around, etc. instead of standing fucking still. Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense. Like all the stuff you say makes sense. I think the one of the things is like you have to separate your opinion on is the map good or is it just not fun for you. Because generally, I feel like there are some maps that are good, but they are not fun, and there are maps that are not good and not fun. ZTN, for example, is not fun at all. Is it a good map? Wouldn't call it great. It's like, it's okay. But it is absolutely not fun. Even if you're winning ZTN, it is fucking boring. If you're winning on, let's say, I don't know, let's say Bravado, if you're able to actually outplay using movement and aim and timing, that's fun. You're just lucky it's still in the pool. Yeah. I mean, there would be riots. If DM4 wasn't in the pool because people are so obsessed with it. I don't know why, really. Because winning DM4 feels very unrewarding in some cases. But, you know, that's a long conversation that we don't really have to push for, because I recognize as well that the legacy of the maps that are old, they exist. They have that for a reason. I'm not nostalgic by any means necessary, but I recognize that people want something that has a lot of memory attached to it. I was not around. Well, I mean, I was around when TB5 was the thing. It was DM6, DM2, DM4, ZTN, and Airwalk. That was it. And I was like, yeah, I could win Airwalks versus people because it was fun to play. But I would lose any other map. Yeah, I recognize it, Locust. I did the same for such a long time, grinding games in the fucking thousands until I found Airwalk and like, oh, this is fun. And I managed to win my first duel on that map. And I was like, fuck yeah. When people refuse to play anything but DM6, what a fucking great ass time, dude. People being so far up their own asses, they refuse to play anything but one map. Like, I really don't mind playing DM maps once or twice. But to sit and practice them is just, it's soul crushing, really. I am unbeaten versus Locust on Bravado. Wow. What a claim. Claim to fame. Frantic doesn't play any duels. Oh, you haven't. Oh, you haven't played it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think Bravado is fun as well. Like, it can be fun, but it can be so frustrating to play this map. Because you can get locked out so many times thinking you're doing the right thing, but you're getting smoked. Frantic, do you have you played duels since like 2010? I agree. It is sort of awkward, and it has some things that feel out of place. Like this spawn to me feels very strange. I understand why it's there, but it feels strange, and it's very very small. So when you have a map that is this small, where can you place the spawns? It becomes a problem because there are so many places where you can shoot and do damage onto a fresh spawn, which is a flaw, but it's still sort of fun to play and jump around on. Until you played Locusts. Why does it feel like I've heard that story before? Oh yeah, Gamer said that. Gamer said that in the Kombat Discord, that he played in the DM6 only tournament that was like in 2008, and then he stopped playing QuakeWorld because he lost versus some dude. Add less spawns? Well, that's the problem, Michal. So you could do that. But the less spawns you have, the more predictable they are. Because the difference in having a 25% chance and a 20% chance, or even less than that, I don't know what the fuck the last one is. 17, whatever, 15, 16. Depending on. The less spawns you have, the more predictable they can become. Not because they are, because it's random, but your odds of getting spawn frags increase. I experimented a bit with creating a map. I haven't really. I had a general idea of it, and I think I've showed it on stream before, and I was mapping it on stream as well. But the general idea was that you would have three. It would be let's do this. I'll just do fucking paint in full screen, and I'll try to explain what the general idea was. So right, you can see my screen. Yep, nice. So the general idea was this: you would add certain parts of the map would be created in sort of hexagon-ish patterns, or some sort of like a pentagon, whatever. It doesn't matter which shape it was. And they would be aligned in such a way that it would form a sort of triangle over the map. You would have something like this, right? And they would be connected in some way like this. Oh, whoops. They would be connected like this, and you would have like sort of a square space thing situation in the middle. I'm not saying they would all be straight like this. I'm saying they would have like a specific sort of corner situation going on here. It would be like locked, so you wouldn't have a straight view from one side to the other. Something like that. Oh, whoops. Something like this. To make it so that you would have like a spawn point here, you would have like a spawn point here, one here, maybe one here because there's a connector thing, and maybe something like on the top thing here or whatever. That was sort of the general idea. You would have sort of 4 or 5 spawns. They wouldn't be too close to each other, and the map would be quite large. So it would be not DM2 sized, but slightly under it, and it would be kind of flat. The only thing that I did sort of think for height difference was that I would add stairs. Oh shit, we're in wrong color. Oh, let's do it gray. So I would add some sort of staircase situation up here that would go up to this platform, and this platform would have like a mega and a lightning gun, for example. And you would have another mega right here with a yellow armor. So like maybe what is a yellow armor? An armor. This is a yellow armor. Maybe something like this. You would have a red armor somewhere around here. And possibly add a green armor or something over here. And this room would contain a weapon of some sort. This would contain a weapon of some sort. This would not contain a weapon because it's a red spawn. It's strong enough as is. And you would have to make your way. So the LG would be, I think the idea was that LG would be up here. And rockets, what's a good rocket? That's great. You would have a rocket sort of here and maybe a rocket like at this point, something like that. Make it quite large, make it quite, easy to navigate, but it would not be possible to get like a roam of spawn frags without being challenged in some way, shape, or form, right? And I started to like mess around with it, build it, something like that, and it was fucking annoying and boring, and I got sick of it. But the point would be like you would have few spawns, yes, but the argument is that the spread of them would be large enough to counter that you have few spawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. And it would be designed to be like large enough so you'd have to like run around a bit, maybe make sound. I don't know, whatever. You could add like SNG stuff. I think I had some height difference here, so like the red would be higher up than this part, and this was like a bridge, so this would be like this part would like go up like a bridge, sort of like this. And there would be a balcony overlooking down here. So you would be able to jump down from up here down to here, but you couldn't get back up without a rocket jump. Something like that. Anyway, long story short, I didn't make it. But there are good ideas for like any idea you can think of is probably more exciting and fun to try and build than maybe what someone would think is just fun to build for design purposes or whatever. And there are like other I basically what I was thinking about is just like build the shape of a map and see if the shape works. So what you could do is like you could also just like fucking fill it. All right. That was great. There you go. So if you wanted to instead think of another shape, you could try and make like a diamond shape map, something like that, and see where that would take you, and like see where the pathways would be at. Like, does it make sense if there's a pathway that goes through like this, and does it make sense if there's a path that goes through the map like that, or should there only be connecting in the sides and the corners, or where do the paths go that take you to one part of the map? Something like that. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. But sort of experimenting with the idea that would be like, oh, this is the map. This is what I'm thinking about. But I think basically there are ways to explore what would be a good dual map, because we have to remember that this game does not have the same amount of resources that many other games have. The shotguns are shit. The nail guns are shit. There are 2 good weapons and 1 okay weapon to use in duels. So should there be rockets everywhere? No. I'm not saying that. But they have to be sort of accessible, or you have to... It would be more fun if there was like a purpose to do... a purpose with each spawn that would give you some sort of upper hand, but it wouldn't be like ultimately controlled in such a sharp way that like Bravado can be or ZTN can be. Anyway, story time over. Cool. Thanks all for tuning in today. If you have any ideas, any thoughts on mapping and shit, share them in the mapping section of the QuakeWorld Discord. Because like I think there are good ideas in people's heads, but people don't really express them enough. If you have a good idea for like what would be a cool 4-on-4 map. Oh yeah, thank you, Barney. What would be a cool 4-on-4 map? I've experimented with some of those thoughts as well. That would be like, if the map had fucking if it was built in like 2 levels that were sort of this separated, and you had like one staircase going like this, and the other place would be like, oh, you have a fucking a teleporter that goes from here to here. How would that play out? Could it be fought on 2 levels, only connected via 1 staircase and 1 teleporter? I don't know. Oh, I didn't swap the screen. There you go. Like this, something like that. That it would be something like this, and you would have, of course, you would have like a pathway that would go like this, and a pathway that goes like this, and you would have items spread around and shit. But basically, just like two levels. And can you fight in 4-on-4 on that level? Can you build a 2-on-2 map that is focused on you know, being a larger map, but you also have to like sort of control this or that, whatever. I know people thought about those things earlier. Anyway, that's about it. If there are any more games, I will probably try and cast them. There is a game tomorrow. There's the 4-on-4 finals between Sudden Death and Black Book for the Sunday Spawn Fragging Tournament. Don't forget to tune in for that. It's going to contain the fun map Cube. That's also going to be at QHLAN. There's going to be CMT4 probably. We're going to see some TB3 as well. And fun stuff going on in the scene. I hope you're all happy and have a great Saturday. I've been Pepe, you've been awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I will throw you over to, I think Milla was streaming. Was he not? Well, he's not anymore. So, and Andy's not streaming, so no one to raid. There's someone here playing Quake until we beat it. Steve Zora the Grim. Yeah, let's raid this dude. Should be fun. All right, everyone. Take care. Have fun.
If I leave her in my room while I'm sleeping in the middle of the night, she'll knock down